Warning: the following program may contain language that is inappropriate for children under the age of 14. Viewer discretion is advised. The reason that viewer discretion is advised, and the reason that this week's video is emanating from my kitchen, is because of this week's topic is restaurants. And not what servers do that annoy us, but what we do as patrons, well, not me, because I'm a dignified person, but other people do that annoy servers. And yes, I call them servers. Fight me. I think waiter is degrading. Now, I haven't worked in a restaurant for about a year now, but I'm probably going to say all this stuff that oh, and by the way, I have a list of everything that bothers me. I'm OCD like that. This is about stuff that other people do that annoy servers, because I've got plenty of experience in this area. So, top of the list, this is what bothers me a lot. Call your server by their name. Their name isn't funny, pal, sweetie, honey. Their name is clearly stated on that ugly little name tag that is mandatory for everyone to wear. You can call them by their name. You can say, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, miss. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am." Not everything has to be like a, "Hey, you." I purposely would ignore people when they would say, "Hey." Hay's for horses. Sometimes cows. Maybe silly because they don't know how. If you get that movie reference, major bonus point. None of you probably will. So, next up, a server is not a babysitter. If you can't keep tabs on your kids when you bring them into public, you probably shouldn't be bringing them into public. And I know that based on last week's video and this week's video, it makes it sound like I hate kids. I really don't. I actually like kids. Just not your kids. Your kids are assholes, more than likely. So, yeah, if you come in and you're a big party and you want to have your adult time with grandma or Aunt Bootsy over there, but all your kids want to run around the table screaming, "I want gummy worms, I want chocolate milk," beat your children, or don't bring them into public. I'm pretty sure you have a large dining room table at home. Cook for everybody there. Order a pizza. If you have unruly children, stay the fuck home. Nobody wants to deal with that. Next on the list, and this is a doozy. This one gets me every time. It never fails that there will always be that bitch. You know, I hate to be a pain, or, you know, I never do this, but something is bullshit. You'll love to do it. You'd love to be the center of attention. You'd love to make every scenario about you. You'd like to draw the attention to yourself. You're not fooling anybody. Because if you hated to do it, and you never do it, the thought wouldn't have even crossed your mind and you wouldn't have opened your damn mouth. Eat your food, shut up, and be happy. It's quite simple. Next up, which kind of goes along with food being wrong. When you go to a restaurant, obviously you have at least a slight idea of the kind of food that is served here. You know what's on the menu. The menu is designed a specific way. The menu items are meant to be the way that they are. All the ingredients that are there were meant to be there. Do not go to a restaurant and completely redesign some menu item to your liking. Oh, I'd like this sandwich, but I want chicken breast instead of beef, and I want American cheese instead of mozzarella, and you can leave off that tomato and that dressing and stuff. I just want some extra lettuce. And then I don't want it on that specific fancy bread that you have, just some white bread will be fine. Why? If you're that damn picky about what you're putting in your mouth, go the hell home and make it yourself. You picky bitch. I'm a picky eater, but I'm not that picky. I might take a couple extra minutes looking over the menu, finding something that fits exactly what I want and need out of my food. But I'm not going to sit there and completely redesign this menu item and be a bitch about it. That's ridiculous. God, if it's that much trouble, you clearly need to be cooking for yourself or starving yourself. There, I said it. Is your mind blown? I hope it is. Big rule when dining out at a restaurant, whether it's Tuesday night, Saturday night, Sunday morning, be patient. All I really need to say, be patient. You are not the only person in that restaurant. You are not the only person with food waiting. You're not the only person that's thirsty. You are not the only table in your server's section. That server will have at least 3 to 4 other tables. And while you are a priority, you are not the main priority. Get over yourself. And I would get absolutely shithouse crazy when people would say, we've been waiting 45 minutes on our food. This is ridiculous. I'm pretty sure that your food has only taken like 18 minutes. And it's actually almost ready. I promise. Your server's on top of it. You need to get your watch fixed, get your life together, and that problem in your brain checked out, and deal with it. Be patient. It's a virtue, remember? Every mother is lectured to their child, patience is a virtue. Patience sucks, but it's absolutely necessary when dining at a restaurant. Don't be a dick. Your food's coming. Pipe the fuck down. Last, but certainly not least, the highly controversial topic of tipping. It ain't just a city in China, as they say. Your server isn't there for fun. Very few servers actually enjoy what they do. And the ones that do should kind of be studied. They are working, just like you do, for your money. And it sucks that servers have to be dependent on shitheads like you for their money and income, but it happens and that's the way life goes. They're busting their ass, treading around this restaurant, dealing with bartenders with attitudes, and cooks that hate their lives, and bosses that are stressed out, and other nagging tables, and this brat at that table wants a bendy straw, and that little fuckhead wants a gummy worms with their drink. They go through a lot, and they never get the credit that they're entitled to. Make it worth their while when the bill comes. When you pay that tab, show that you appreciate what they've done. Because trust me, I speak from experience, it takes a very strong person, and I don't mean physically strong, I mean mentally and emotionally strong, to deal with your bullshit on a daily basis. You need to tip. 20% is pretty much the measuring stick on tipping. 20% is fair. If you leave anything less than that, you're a dick. And if you can't do math, every cell phone has a calculator. I promise. And most cell phones have that easy tip calculator where you put in the tab, or you put in the total, and you put how much percentage you want to leave for their tip, and it'll tell you how much to fucking tip and the total. You don't even have to do any math. You just have to have fingers. The hell? Tipping is not a city in China. Okay? I know I said that already, but damn it, it's true. They got bills too. They have children to feed. They'd like to eat themselves. And if it truly is a restaurant, they have drug habits to tend to. Or if you're anything like me, a liquid addiction to tend to. Now, having said all this, I know that a lot of my server friends are hopefully going to have watched this, or that someone will have told you about it or something like that. Leave me what you think, because I know I left stuff out. I know I did. I purposely did. Tell me some things that you can't stand when people do at a restaurant. I want to know, please. Now, I mentioned last week about a YouTube channel. Still contemplating it. So if you really think I should, let me know. Give me a domain, because like I said last week. I'm kind of lame with that. Like my Twitter name and my Pinterest and Tumblr name. I know, shameless plug. Fuck off. Gotta get my name out there somehow. And once again, I'm always open to video ideas. If there's something that you want me to talk about, if there's an issue I think or you think needs touched on, by all means, put it out there. I've gotten the list from the first video, but keep it coming, people. Alright? Now I hope you all have something better to do on your Saturday, like I clearly don't. And remember everything that I've said next time you go out to eat. Let's put an end to the madness, people. Tip your server. Treat them with respect. Fucking be patient. Because Ryan Reynolds said it best in the movie Waiting, which I personally feel is a documentary and not a comedy. The cardinal rule. Don't fuck with the people that handle your food. Okay? Cheers. And bon appetit.